Hello. I gotta do my antibiotic. Oh, hello, hello. Just kind of let people come in. Oh. Where's my antibiotic? Oh, there it is. How is everybody? Hello. I thought I would just come and hang for a little while. I'm kind of bored. Not bored per se, but I just finished doing some tasks. So I'll show you guys what I was doing. Hello, hello. Ooh, that one really opened up. I guess we're going to use that one first because I don't feel very comfortable setting that one down. Hey guys. It feels really. How's it going? I gotta real quick do my antibiotic. Don't worry, there won't be any needles. That one's already in my chest. How you guys doing? There will be a little bit of blood in my line just because I have to check for blood return. But there will not be much. There it is. I doubt you guys could really even see that. Okay. This is my last week on antibiotics, and I'm so happy because it makes me feel like shit. It's this big ass thing. It's a lot. It's a whole gram or 2 grams. Is it 2 grams? It is 2 grams worth of and Ansef? Cefazolin. I think it's Ansef though. But it's called cefazolin. You're supposed to do this over like a 3 to 5 minute period. I usually don't, and I usually freeze myself. But usually going faster gets the freezing done. Oh, it's cold. That thing's also flushing, isn't it? Yeah, my tube is also flushing. Both at the same time. Great. When it's this cold, it hurts a bit in my chest. I don't like it. Not one bit. I hate this because my camera is flip flopped, and I don't like that. I know there's probably a setting for that, but yeah, we do this 3 times a day till I think Friday. I think Friday, Thursday or Friday is my last day. I'm very happy to be done with this and go back to my normal schedule. Now that normal schedule could also be changing here in the next couple of weeks because I'm going to be doing fluids maybe more often. That is the hope. I'd at least like to add one more day of fluids before I say I'm done with them. Or give me 1 day break, but run like daily. I feel like shit when I don't do them, but the 2 days in a row really kicks my ass. Normally I would be hepaриning my line, but because I'm going to be running another antibiotic in 8 hours, I am not going to bother. Yeah, not everybody heparins their line. I do, but not all the time. And if you don't know, heparin is a blood thinner. And when you put it in a line like this, it helps keep blood clots from forming inside the line. Because if blood clots form inside the line, then it clots. and then they have to clot bust it or get rid of it. All right, I'm gonna take out my hat. I was making, so I made hats recently. This one, I'm not as happy with the way this one turned out because I normally like them not to be so pointy. But I made this one. It's gonna match a shirt that I have. And I made this one, which also matches a shirt I just made. Ta-da! Here it is. I made a shirt. I know it just looks like a pile of fabric, but I made a shirt. It's really cute. I like it a lot. This one is one of the ones the egg one and the one I'm about to show you are the ones I was the most excited about out of all of my fabrics. This is such a comfy shirt. I need to press the neckline a little bit because that helps it kind of lay better. Right now it's wanting to kind of buckle in some places because of it being on the bias. But yes. This is one of my shirts I made. I made myself. I didn't make it massive either. I'm impressed with myself. It's still like I'm still adjusting to being down as much weight as I was. Or I am. So yeah. But this is the other hat I made, and I am making a t-shirt to match it. This one's probably one of my favorites that I've made. Just because I like bugs. But I like animals. And bugs are animals. I just don't like spiders. Except for looking at them is fine. Having them in my house, not so fine. But there's that hat. And then I have another dinosaur hat, but I don't know where I put it right this second. So this one. Funny thing about these hats, they are all the same pattern and all the same size. But this is a thinner fabric. These two are thinner fabrics. So I also have a Halloween one that I'm very happy about. Anyway, I'm tired of things in my head right this moment, so we're gonna take it off. No, I probably won't wear them all to get like matching each other all the time, but for now, it's kind of fun. I really need to wash my bedding. All right, so I need to throw my drain back on because it's been off for about 2 hours or an hour or so. And it's a little bit creaky in my belly right now. So yeah. How is everybody doing? And in the throes of playing Minecraft lately, a friend of mine has a private server that I'm playing mods for the first time, and it's awesome. Oh, I already gave you food. You don't need food. Well, my computer's falling down because it's not got anywhere. I need to scoot over. Oh, that is too far. Wait. But I've been doing that. The server's currently down, so that's why we. Why we get. Is there a way to flip the video? So no, I hate having my videos flipped. It's annoying. Wait, is that the button? Flip it? No. Mhm. I don't know if I can do that. Oh, no, like compensation. Oh. Mm. Uh-huh. Flip vertically. Oh, that's not what I want. I don't know why it does this. Cool, cool. Mhm. I have a slight headache as well. I live with a slight headache, unfortunately. I have since I was 8 years old. I don't think I've ever had a day since then that I did not have a headache. Ugh, yeah. Tired. It has been a tired day for me today because I did not sleep that much. And I woke up to an allergic reaction on my back. So I had to immediately take Benadryl, and that pretty much zonked me out by 10 again. So, hey guys, you know these suckers? Yeah, I have an entire, oh, I hate this. I have an entire bag of them. The only thing I'm sad about is that they don't have a root beer float one. But these have been pretty yummy. I gave all the grape ones away because I don't do grape, and I'm not hugely fond of cherries. I have those set aside for people. But I eat a lot of them because I can't really eat normally, and sometimes when my stomach thinks it's hungry, having a sucker or something, I have one that I started earlier helps. This is a green apple one. No, you cannot have it, Simon. Oh, my tummy is going nuts. I'm gonna try to get a haircut tonight. Cut hair on it. Not this part. This part's staying long. At least I think for now. Maybe next month I'll change that. I don't know. I thought about going back to like a crew cut type of deal. Because I do enjoy spiking it and stuff like that. But this is nice when I don't want to do anything with it or put product in it. This style is really nice because I can just throw it back. Mhm. Oh, I dropped them. Tweezers that don't work. No. But yeah, I've been kind of absorbed into Minecraft the last few days. Well, the last while. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft lately. I might play from some Warframe tonight. Okay. Not great, but not bad. I say. My cat has finally returned to sitting next to me on bed. You purring? Yeah, go. He has been sitting over in the other side of the room for a couple days. He got really mad at me about the vet. He does not like going to the vet, and he kind of went like twice in the last like 2 weeks. Like he went to the emergency vet, and then he went to his regular vet a couple days ago. Little Simon baby, but he my baby. Yeah, things are going pretty good. I'm about done with my antibiotics. I have a like this week is the last week I have them. There was a big little snafu kind of thing that I almost didn't know about. Um, and not sure what that is. That's cardboard. Um, I don't know if I said this in the last stream or not, but my IV company that I normally use is no longer covered by my insurance. They're out of network, which sucks because it's from the hospital that I go to that's in network. Stupid. But anyway, so I can't use them anymore, which makes me really, really, really bummed. So when I came home on antibiotics, or when I was going to come home on antibiotics, they kind of had to do a real quick find somebody that does home health or does home IV therapies that is covered. And Option Care was one of them. Well, I called Option Care last week to get my shipment this week, I called them this week. I got it a few days ago, and they're like, "So by the way, this is our last week with you, so you'll need to send your pump back." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" They're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "What about my hydration?" And they're like, "Oh, we only do hydration when it's combined with another form of IV therapy. For example, my antibiotics, or if they were doing TPN or something like that." TPN is total parental nutrition. It is nutrition through your veins, through your heart. Um, so we had to kind of do a big kind of figure things out. I messaged my doctor. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, call your insurance. And I'm like, okay. So I did. And they gave me the names of two places. I went with the one that was slightly further away because I've heard recommendations on them. Um, I asked in my gastroparesis group, I'm like, hey, who in Kansas uses this company? And or uses, what company do you use? And so I thankfully it was a very quick process. I called them, I got their phone number, their fax numbers and everything, sent the information over to my doctor. They got all the orders done and signed and sent. So I should probably be hearing from them tomorrow or Tuesday, would be my guess. Um, Wait, what day is it today? It's Sunday, yeah. So I would guess sometime in the next 2 days I would hear from them. So that's good. We got that worked out. Hopefully, I'm hoping that they have what I need. Um, Sorry, I have reaction going on. I'm probably gonna have to take Benadryl. I really don't want to, but I might have to. I'm trying to limit my Benadryl as much as possible because it does affect, like it, my body gets used to it. And usually I try to only take it at night because that's when I get the itchiest is at night. But today it's just been one of those days where everything itches. Everything. But hopefully it calms down after my shower tonight. It is Sunday, which means shower day. Those of you who don't know, I am chronically ill. I have two feeding tubes. Well, I have a drain and a feeding tube, and I have a central line in my chest. Can't see it very well. Oh, there it is. Um, and that supplies me with all my nutrition and hydration. I do not get any nutritional value from anything I consume. Um, Anything I drink gets drained out within about 7 seconds. And unless I'm laying flat, kind of like I am right now, then it doesn't drain as quickly. But it does within minutes. Food wise, I can eat some things. I have a very limited diet on what I can eat. Um, because my brain. I have a drain in my stomach and it's only so wide. It's a 18 French. I might see about them getting it bigger at some point so I have a little easier time draining. But it's more of the standard size right now, so it works. Um, but the little bit wider would be nice to drain a little bit easier. But for now, any food I eat or drink, I would say 99% of the things I eat and drink drain out of my belly. At night, sometimes it's very rare, but sometimes food goes through like teeny tiny bits of it, but not enough to sustain me because if I eat, I vomit. Like if I don't drain my stomach pretty much 24/7, I will vomit. Now, I can take off my drain if I want to like run to the store for a few minutes or something and not take it because it's kind of gross looking. I need to get some covers for it. But it can be a little bit of a hassle if I want a drink. Said I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Unfortunately, with the with having a feeding tube or even being on, IV hydration and stuff, you still have thirst. You still get a dry mouth. You still need that moisture. So I can't just not drink stuff. I have to do something or I go insane. Plus, here's the thing with humans is consuming food and fluids orally is so ingrained in our bodies and brains that it can actually make you kind of go insane if you don't eat things and chew things and stuff. It's kind of weird, but it's not, it's not easy to go non-oral intake. But hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm doing this to stay alive. I I enjoy it. Being alive, I mean. Don't enjoy the feeding tube. Enjoy being alive. So if I didn't have to do an antibiotic at midnight, I would just de-access right the heck now. But I'll probably do my antibiotic a little bit early, just because. But because then I can de-access and take a shower and stuff. I'll have maybe when my roommate gets home, if she's up to it, we'll see. Um, having her my hairs so bad. It's so bad. This is like 2 months worth of growth, and I hate it. That part didn't go up. Ugh, I'm tired, boy. I seriously need to clean my room. Well, I need to organize my room. It's not that bad cleanliness wise. It could, yes, use a pickup and a vacuum, but it's not horrible. Sorry, I have like a zip thing that's driving me crazy. But I hate organizing. No, I don't hate organizing. I hate cleaning. I hate cleaning my room. I enjoy organization. When I have the places to put the things, I am very happy. But in the last year and a half to 2 years, well, even 3 years, really, quite honestly, my everything has shifted so much. I was doing a lot of crafting. I was doing resin work, things like that. Now I'm kind of just, oof, that is really bad. I'd have to just de-access this and do my antibiotic late tomorrow. Skip a dose. Oh, I won't. It's fine. No, it's fine. But I might do it at like 8 o'clock. I wonder what the weather's supposed to be like. Let's make sure it's not supposed to be bad. Because I did this last week and ended up having a problem because the weather was really bad and my nurse almost didn't make it. And I can't really not be accessed. I have to finish these antibiotics. So let's check what the weather's like tomorrow. Oh, it's actually not bad out. It's 53 currently. Oh, it's going to be nice tomorrow. Okay, she's coming. That's no problem. All right. It's going to be 50 something, 56 tomorrow. The high today was 53. Sunday, sunny with a high near 56. Cool. Then I can definitely de-access tonight. Yay! When you are hooked up to things 24/7, it's really nice to get that 15-minute break. Now, I only shower once a week because, well, I can shower more now. I have covers. I can shower more now. But quite honestly, it's rare that I actually have the energy to do it. It takes a lot of energy for me to shower. Even though I have a shower chair and everything, it's really rough on my body to be in the shower. It kind of sucks. 'cause I love showers. I just also keep forgetting that I have covers now again, because when my line is accessed, I cannot get it wet. 'Cause that is a breeding ground for infection. Even when it gets too sweaty, I have to change it out and clean it and all that stuff because otherwise it can, if it's open to the air much, it's not really supposed to be open to the air at all. But right now there's no choice. It's open to the air a little bit. But I'm not too worried because it's not any worse than it normally is. But yeah. I get to take my stitches out tonight too. Like I have a couple remaining stitches that are supposed to be dissolving. I just love when they're above this. This doesn't quite. So I to personally go in and kind of pull them out because I don't. They put a knot above the skin. I don't know why they do it that way, but they put a knot right there, and it's just like. Mm-mm. Now the ones I may not be able to take out, they did some vertical ones this time, and I don't know if I can get those out. They will eventually dissolve, but they don't dissolve for a really long time, and they kind of get really hurt and sore. So I'm gonna see if they're still there tonight. Then I will take them out. Get it nice and sterile and do the thing. Oh, great. Reaction on the head is the most annoying one. I don't mind, like, I don't have, like, it doesn't bug me as much in other places, but when it's in my hair, on my head, it drives me nuts. I wonder if that's no, can't do that. We have 4 people. We can't do that. So I guess one update I have in the whole moving thing is so we were planning on moving out of here in April. Chloe coming here in May. Probably I don't know when we're gonna do it now, but we'll figure it out. Um, and we were gonna get a place on our own, but we're not going to be able to do so. Kind of like it's so expensive to live right now, especially with a basically a single income household. I do have a small income, but it's not enough to do anything with. But even with Chloe's income, we're not going to actually be able to afford almost anything on our own. Well, that's not true. We can pay the rent on our own. Yeah, we'd be just fine. But rentals require that you make 2 to 3 times the amount of rent. And we found one place that did accept a $2,000 income for their $800 place. But it's going to be hard to kind of prove income until Chloe is here and actually making an income because they work part time there. Sorry. Sorry, I'm scratching like crazy, guys. It's annoying. I don't want to take the Benadryl though. I might think about taking my shower early, but I really wanted to do the haircut. I should ask Andrew if he wants to do my hair. He could easily cut my hair. He just has to trim it. He's a little more, or not trim, not this part. This part's staying the way it is. He just has to buzz the rest of it. But then I wouldn't have to wait to take a shower. This is why I end up wearing hats so often. Well, I go back and forth between my hat phases. I'm currently in a hat phase because it's cold out and it keeps my head warm. It keeps my body warmer. Sorry, was answering some questions on the thing, on the feeding tube thing. Does anybody have any questions or anything like that? Autumn. So, I don't know what my cousin said our kid, but he's making a really funny face. Yeah. He's so cute. He's cute. Diaper. Mm. Mhm. What's everybody up to? Do anything fun this weekend? Like I said earlier, I've just been playing Minecraft for days. Do, 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 do. Heck, that what? I don't even know how you would say that. I don't mean to do that. Oh God, I had a lot of it. Something. I do play Minecraft. I've been playing for a while now. I played it on my Switch mostly at first. Now I have a gaming laptop so I can do games. And I've been playing Minecraft. I play Warframe. I dabble in Lethal Company a little bit. Baldur's Gate 3 I play. Um, I don't have a ton of games at the moment, but because I'm newish to PC gaming. But yeah, a friend of mine has a server that we play on, and we mod it. We have modded Minecraft on there. You worked this week? That's good. So I just finished a sewing project. Well, part of a sewing project. It's many pieces to a little. It's many smaller pieces to a big project. I had about 6 T-shirts I was sewing, and I just did the second. Yeah, the second one. Started the third. and the fourth. And honestly, I started the fifth, but I have to take that one apart a little bit because the two fabrics just did not work together for some reason. Um, they look really good together, but they're two different types of fabric, and sometimes that doesn't work out. It's two different knits, and sometimes it doesn't really work properly. Still play PC Minecraft. Yeah. Yeah, that needs to go away because it's annoying me because it blocks what you guys. It blocks some of what I can't see all that. On. Okay, it says on. Yeah. I like it okayish in Bedrock, but I like Java better for a few different things, especially modding. Like you can't mod Bedrock. Um, so yeah, but I really enjoy it. I'm on a couple of different servers now. Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm going to. Oof, I'm almost out. This is not happy. Just a warm up. My team vape medication. I should say my vapable pain medication. Um, oh, hello, big stretch. Oh, hi, baby. Oh, he purring now. Are you purring, baby? Hey, Leo, you should come say hi. I really enjoy it. I think my two favorites right now are Minecraft and Warframe. Warframe kind of reminds me a little bit of playing Halo when I was younger. But I also really love Pokemon. My Switch is handy for that. I should play some Pokemon. Where's my controller? Everybody, all my friends online are going to bed. And that makes me a little bit sad. My partner went to bed. We only have like 3 more months. February, March, and April before Chloe is here. Only 3 more months of sleeping in my bed alone and having a 7 hour time difference. I cannot fucking wait. We got to order tickets. Like, no. Very soon we've got to order tickets. But I don't remember if I'm assuming I told you guys this last time, but do I have a Discord server? I currently sort of. It's private. Um I was using it for like YouTube people and stuff, but um I found I needed like I was getting really overstimulated by some people that were joining and stuff like that, and I don't want to be rude and like hide from them all the time. So I haven't really been using it. I have a private server with a couple of friends, and I really want to play Pal World. I want to play Pal World so bad. You have no freaking clue. Ugh, I want to play it so bad. I have a friend that I'm in their Discord server and they got Pal World, and like I've seen little bits of it. I haven't looked into much of it just because I don't want to spoil it so much for myself. I want to just kind of go in there with fresh eyes. I don't like to watch a lot of previews on games. I'll kind of take a look at it. um but I've looked at it a little teeny bit and I want it so bad. Probably next month when I get paid, I'm probably getting it. Because I know a guy that'll like host the server type of deal. Oh, but I can't fucking wait till I have that. I love Pokemon, but I also love kind of the idea of meshing like Minecraft and Pokemon together type of deal. They're like, oh. Another game I really like, but I haven't finished it because I got frustrated because I was on the end of it. Like I was on like the final boss, and it's Cult of the Lamb. I really like that one, but that last boss was driving me crazy. So I do need to go back in there and play some more though. I'm sure I have more things to finish. But like I need to get the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and I was playing Animal Crossing for a while. I haven't touched that in a long time. That one got kind of boring to me. Currently, we're playing Minecraft with the Feed the Beast Revelation pack, and it's been really fun. I'm really, really enjoying it. We've only had that server for like a couple days, but holy cow, I'm loving it. I don't think I can play vanilla Minecraft anymore. uh, but yeah, maybe one of these days I'll stream. I could always stream my World of Warcraft, but I don't know if I can add it in while I'm doing not World of Warcraft, Warframe. I don't play World of Warcraft. So yeah, I play Warframe a bit. I suck at it. I suck at it a lot, but I enjoy it. My fabric just got done, and my warmer shirt, which is good because I'm kind of chilly. I have like in the past, like I've been sewing. I've been sewing for a while. I've been making shirts for myself for quite some time. Um, but I am a long sleeve person. I love long sleeves. However, it does get really warm here sometimes in the summer. So, well, not sometimes. It gets hot as fuck here in the summer. And like when I'm in the hospital and in my room, like during the winter, my room is the warmest room in the house. It's only cold right now because the heat's about to kick on again. But my body can is that sensitive to temperature, by the way. Like I can tell a single degree difference. In my house at least. But I've decided this go around that I was going to make all short sleeves because I can always buy a long sleeved shirt to put it on. I do have aircon. Um, currently, the place we live in, it's an older building and it is not well insulated and its windows suck. This house is this it's a townhome, so it's connected to like four other ones. We're on the end though. It's really bad insulation. So the energy efficiency of this place is shit. Like in the wintertime, the upstairs is so warm that they have to open up windows. Like it is like 10 degrees warmer upstairs than it is down here. And I guess I should say my room is the warmest downstairs. Like this room gets really, really warm. I don't know why, but it does. Oh, baby. Um, it's so cute. This cat is so adorable. Yeah. So that's one of the things that we're going to be happy about with moving is we're moving to a newer place that should be in a little bit better state. 1920s, damn. I grew up in a house that was built in 1850. It was old as fuck. It was built when they no, it wasn't 1850. When did they hang on, now I gotta find this out. Oops. Huh. It might have been around 1850, but it was early. It was kind of like between 1817 and 1850. I'm not sure which, but it was built right around when they were building the Erie Canal. My basement was made from stone, like the limestone that they dug out of it. Yeah, upstairs they have um each room. There's only two rooms upstairs, well, and the bathroom. But the bathroom is fine. The two bedrooms upstairs, they each have a portable AC unit. Like down here in the summer, this room is nice and cool. Um, but yeah, I'm going to be very happy to have a more energy efficient household. This place is so not well taken care of. Like we have a window in our living room. The windowsill's literally got a rot spot in it. Like that's how badly this house has been kept up. Now, mind you, we've been here for a few years, but for it to get to that point, it was rotting before we moved here. It's bad. None of the screens are good anymore. We can't even open our windows because there's holes in the screens. My cat fell out of the screen in my room currently because that's how bad they are. He's just laying here purring. Are you so happy, Simon? Yeah, that sucks. The first year we lived in this apartment, because we lived in this a complex a few years ago as well, and then we moved into my ex's parents' house for a little while, and then we moved back here. Um, and where was I going with this? Oh, but when we first moved into this unit, we had squirrels living in a vent on the side of the house and like climbing through our walls and up into the attic, which we have the access to the whole attic of the building in our apartment, and we had squirrels, and like a guy had to come in and go up in there, and there were dead squirrels up there, and he had to trap them and get them out and shit like that. It was awful. It stunk so bad. But um I'm just looking forward to a little bit more updated household. This one is not very handicap accessible either. Like it's really not. I mean, it works great for the sheer fact of I can kind of walk around the house a bit. I don't have to use my wheelchair in the house currently. I do still have it, which we're gonna have to figure that out a little bit. But we've been using my manual chair instead of my power chair. We bought me a manual chair in May. Um, and we've been using more so than my power chair because my roommate Hannah, who is the one that is typically driving me around, she cannot safely put my wheelchair in the car with the way it is, with the way we have to do it. Now the cat is on his back asking me to pet his belly. He loves belly rubs so much. But she can't safely put my chair in and out, so we just use my power chair or my push chair, which works. Mm, kitty, he's so cute. I keep saying this, but I really need to record some videos reviewing the newer Tykables diapers because we're like half a pack of them now, or half a case of them now. I have a full case here. I have 8 packs currently, 9 packs currently. Um, but half of them are puppers, and I need to review. I haven't done a Tykables like re-updated review in a long time. Speaking of Tykables, when is their stuff scheduled to come out? Let's do an update and see. Oh my god. Oh my god. They are there. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, do they have new doublers? Did you change them? Please tell me you changed them. 20-inch long. They did. Damn. Tykables is recently completely revamped a lot of shit. And they're due to release a couple of they did release a couple diapers. I have been pinged on Discord. Where is that ping from? Hello. Here it goes. I also have pings on you. Oh, come on, Didi. I'm thinking of investing in a window aircon unit because it gets so bloody hot here. Oh yeah, California. Yeah. Yeah, I would say. Dude, Tykables came out with the potty monsters and their new doublers. I have to text my roommate. I'm so happy. I know this is something simple to be happy about, but now the potty monster diapers are out. But I'm a little bit annoyed with the fact that they're cloth back. I will still get them and I will still try them because they look absolutely adorable. If you haven't seen them, go look at the Tykables website and look at the Potty Monster ones because I fucking love them. I love the print. They're so cute. Wait, are those going to be in the? Are those in the Build a Case Ultra? Let's see here. Are they in the case? Are they in the next case now? No, they're not in the mixed case yet. Unless I passed them. So, hang on one sec. Hello? Hey, stop. Oh, oh, yes. Words task people to cleaning, like deep cleaning the bathroom done before I get home. Okay. And his ass is lucky fucking have a break to be able to fucking call you to check. And I called him a bajillion fucking times. Yeah, I called him 10 times yesterday before he woke up. I ended up 12 kids to get gloves because this boy, I literally told him before I left at 3:30. Yeah. He's been sleeping the entire time. He always falls asleep the minute you leave the house. Oh, I know. Today he was told. We were supposed to be able to get my feeding tube stuff moved in here today. That ain't happening. I know that much. But not only will I be extremely upset at him and he knows that, as he agreed to this, he also won't get a fucking 12-pack soda shop and get his ass moving. I tried bribery and I made it clear that he can do something else as long as it's the same equivalency and that it has to be done because we're going to be fucking moving and it's way better for him to be able to get this done over the next 3 months. Yeah. Have to be fucking rushing it at the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Let's not have to do that again.
He needs to get his ass up and get it in fucking gear. Otherwise, I'm coming home and I'm beating his ass.
Okay, I will try to get him up.
We appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try calling him to see if he wakes up. Oh, I called him 13 times yesterday now. Okay, now waking up.
Your phone has been fully.
Now you move. That's probably the dog. We'll give it one more try. I'll do 5 calls before I go up there. One of the issues of having a roommate.
What?
Hannah said to get your butt up. She called you several times and then called me. She said you have 4 hours. Oh, Tristan, hands down, Tykeables are my favorite diaper. I used to use rears mostly because Tykeables, I didn't fit them properly. And rears were ever so slightly bigger that I fit them just fine. I exclusively bought rears for like 2 years straight. And then I lost the weight and I could fit in Tykeables again. So I started doing Tykeables and rears. Rears then changed up their diaper. And I now hate them. Their diapers are horrid. Um, Tykeables is amazing. I rarely leak a Tykeables, unless I'm laying in a really awkward way of when I pee. Um, I love that they're refastenable. They hold up really, really well. Like they are hands down my favorite diaper. Like they should sponsor me. That's how much I like them. I will say, however, I don't like their cloth backs very much. Um, because like every cloth back diaper has this problem. Every single one. I have yet to try one that doesn't. But the way the plastic ones are made, they have a lot of permeability when it comes to odors. And also little teeny micro holes. They're like little teeny holes that do kind of allow some moisture out a little bit. And that I don't particularly like either. Plus, their current cloth back diapers were really dense. Like the makeup of the diaper was completely different than their regular diapers. So when it comes to their cloth backs, they're adorable. Well, one of them is adorable. They have 2, but they're really cute. But I just don't like the way that diaper functions compared to their regular ones. Well, as far as the overnights, the waddlers, the puppers I've tried, the camos, I do the blue camo ones all the time. I don't technically there's not really a difference in them, I don't think. Except well, let me check that out actually. Now that I say that, let me double check this before I say that. Nope. I've tried their Camelots too. I just clicked in the Camelot instead of the camis accidentally. Um, I need the camis. There we go. Let me see something. They are not waddle cut. Okay. They have a couple different ones now. They have this waddle cut thing. I don't know what it is, but I think it has like a little bit of a wider crotch. I'm trying to see. Because there's supposedly no difference between the overnights and their most of their diapers. Most of their diapers are the same. But in terms of absorbency, hands down. Little Kings, I have never gotten to try those partially because they don't make them in my size. I am not a huge fan of ABU. It's not something I hide. Like I just don't agree with a lot of things they do, especially their recent diapers. They've gone to this whole freaking Asian sizing shit, and all their diapers are weird sizing, and it drives me insane. They did that just so they could do specific things. And they're very not, I mean, they're not really all that size inclusive, in my opinion. Their diapers are shit compared to a lot of the other ones. I'm just gonna say this, like, com- compare the let me pull it up here before I say a ton on it. Ouch. Compare, for example, let me go look here. I know they have a new one out. It's kind of cute. I don't know a ton about the Little Kings. Because they don't fit me, I haven't even tried. Oh, they're out of stock at the moment. They're a 750 milliliter diaper. Okay. But for example, I can't really say anything on from like the bunny hops on. I can't say I haven't worn them because they changed their sizing. They greatly shrunk them by over 10 inches. So I think that's ridiculous. But the Peekaboo is supposed to be a 7,500 milliliter capacity. The Tykables are a 7,000 milliliter capacity, and they hands down outperform in terms of absorbency. Hands down all the way. Yeah. Um, is the now that I'm saying this, is the overnight? I think the overnight is a 7,000. Yeah, they say 7,000 on all of them. But I personally don't really like ABU. I didn't like them before Casey. I tried to like them once Casey came along, but I think they've made some poor choices when it comes to products. They're cute as fuck. Like the Little Kings, hands down, probably one of the cutest diapers. But when they went to Japan to make everything now, they completely changed the sizing. And no, none of us that are an XL fit in that freaking XL diaper. It is a whole 10 inches smaller. Okay, maybe 8 inches, but it's a lot smaller than it was. Even their Peekaboo Plus, XL Plus, or whatever it is. Why are you calling it an XL Plus? Just call it a 2X. But even the Peekaboo, nowhere near. Honestly, I would say, oof, I don't know now. I'd have to do a comparison of the three diapers. Like take a Tykables overnight, uh, maybe a Rear's caboose against a ABU Peekaboo. So I think the Peekaboos are like kind of their highest absorbency diaper that I can fit in. Even their sizing for their Peekaboos is weird. Like their sizing has always been weird. Now I love the look of the Dynarore diaper from them. I love the look of that one. I think it's adorable. But once again, their sizing is completely wonky. And they're no longer size inclusive. But they're really cute. I think Tykables is gonna have a cuter one, but yeah. I'm anxiously awaiting the dinosaur diaper from Tykables. I will say that much. When is that one coming out? I don't even see the dinosaur one on here. No, Little Rars. They're there. Pat, you stink. Yeah, that I think their diapers are cuter. Oh, this is a 7,500. Okay. So, so they are going to be a little more absorbent. Wait a minute. Does that mean all of them? Diapers, ultras. Let's see. Potty Monsters, I believe, are 7,000, but I could be wrong. Nope, they're 75. Okay. Maybe all of them are going up to that. I don't know. I'm also excited for the Deluge diaper. Um, that one is a um adhesive tape diaper. It's one of their only ones. I'm not sure why they're making it with adhesives, but they are. I think that's kind of stupid, but oh well. I'm excited about that one because it's a very like normal looking diaper. It's not little kiddish print or anything like that. It's a very like adult looking diaper. And I like that aspect of it. So I know I will definitely be using some of those. Um, I'm excited about the Galactics. I think those look cool too. Those are not coming till the summer. I'll probably even try the Perfect Cafe ones. Those ones are pretty cute looking. They are pink though. I don't like pink. They're very, very girly. Oh, they're cloth back. Never mind. I won't be trying those. I do not like them enough to wear them if they're cloth back. The Potty Monster ones, I will get a pack of those when I order if I can. Um, otherwise, not yet. But hello, kitty. You're moving around. But yeah, I will say, like, ever since I've tried Tykables, even from like way long ago when they first came out, when they were like Snuggies or whatever, hands down, best diaper ever. Like, they're the best diaper I have tried ever. I was heartbroken when I was no longer fitting in Tykables. Because, like, back in the day, Tykables diapers came in medium, large, extra large. Um, and their extra large went up to like 60 inches. Um, then they revamped and came back with only mediums and larges, and I could not fit in a large. So I had to stop using them. I was using like ABU and rears. I was using North Shore Megamaxes. Then rears started getting better stuff, and North Shore shot up their prices. And then rears changed their last year. Rears made a pretty big change in their diapers, and I think it makes them shit now. Like I would wear the Safari, the Caboose, the Dinos. I had some Rebels and alpacas that I would wear, those ones. Um, I could make it an entire night without a single drop getting out in the nighttime diapers, like the dinosaurs, the cabooses, the safari. I could do just fine. And then they did that whole, oh, ours hold 11,000 milliliters. No, they don't. And I can tell you exactly the change they made and why it doesn't work. And I actually got confirmation from them that they did this. When they came out with the whole 11,000 thing, at first it was okay. But then, like, because they came out with Critters, and then a little while later, they did the whole 11,000 milliliter thing. It doesn't work. It holds maybe, I would guess, five, maybe five. Um, they increased the amount of sap, but they did not change the amount of pulp. And that causes the ratio to be different. So basically, pulp is really good at sucking shit up really quick. And um, sap is really good at holding a large amount. It takes longer to absorb it, but it holds a lot more. So you have to have that proper ratio to get the best working diaper. And they increased their sap ratio. What I found happening was that it was doing what the the Tranquility ATNs did. They were mostly sap in that diaper. They only used a little bit of pulp to kind of keep the shape. It was all sap. And those diapers, the ATNs, which I used for quite a while, early on in the day. What they would end up doing is as soon as they were soaked enough, the the padding inside would just split. I have pretty chunky thighs, and it would just split and end up in the back and the front. So if I peed, there was nothing there to absorb it, basically. Rears started doing the same thing, where it was mostly sap, or at least a greater amount of sap to pulp. And they started doing the splitting thing. I was leaking every single diaper with them once that change happened. Every single diaper leaked. Now I use takeables. I almost never leak unless I push this diaper to its max or I'm sitting in a really weird position when I pee. Crinkles. Crinkles are not bad. However, I run into the same problem I do with a lot of the cloth back ones is the dents. Crinkles are dense as fuck and they break down because they have more pulp to sap. So they went on the other side of things where it's more pulp, less sap. Um, so the other downside with them is they don't have a landing zone. And I will not use a diaper without a landing zone. Sorry. I have to take my diapers on and off. Having the freedom to do so is exceedingly important for me. So I have used crinkles. I do kind of like them. The plastic is really soft and gentle. Like they have really cute prints. Theirs are almost a little busy for me though. Honestly, their newer ones are a little bit busy for me. But they weren't bad. I just won't use them because of the landing zone. And I do leak those ones a lot. Those ones, I had a really bad issue with them breaking apart. Like just the padding just breaking down and clumping. And they felt very similar to Abina's, and Abina's do the same thing. Another diaper I no longer use. It's so interesting how diapers have changed in the last like 15 years. Like when I first became incontinent in 2011, the best diaper on the market was Abina. It was hands down the best. Then Dry 24/7 came along, and those were really neck and neck. They had the, I think they had a landing zone, if I'm correct. It's been so long since I've used those. They had a landing zone, I think. At least some of the versions did. So that's where, for me, they won out over Abina. The problem I did have with Dry 24/7 when they revamped, they came out with them, and then a few years later they revamped them. When they revamped theirs, they did a very small run of a diaper with the perfect adhesive tapes. They came off easily, so if you had to take the diaper down to go to the bathroom, um, they were really easy to do that with. However, when they revamped their diapers, me and my ex used to have a joke about it where it's like you kind of have to put some water in the diaper before you put it on, otherwise you're going to leak. And it was always like that first wetting would have at least a little bit of leaking in it. But then once it was, you know, starting, the process of absorbing well, it was fine. They did also have a lot of odor problem. I will say that. Um, I've used the Abina Abriform too. Yes. I've pretty much used those exclusively at first. Well, not at first. At first, I used what my insurance company covered until I got sick of that. And hello. Once I got sick of the changing my diaper 20 times a day thing, I went to Abina. I used Tranquility a little bit. I used Dry 24/7 a bit. But like at the time, Abina were kind of like the mighty diaper. Now that's like low end of the spectrum. That's a step above what they have in the hospitals. It's really funny when I am in the hospital, I get so many comments on my diapers. Not necessarily because when I'm in the hospital, I try to bring an appropriate diaper. I try to not have, super baby print diapers, but that's not always possible. However, I always get comments on how nice and thick they are and how well made and sturdy they are because sometimes I get help with changes and stuff. And they're always like, these are really good diapers. I'm like, yeah, I pay $300 a month for that shit. Or almost. I pay like, I think a case is like 230. Now this next month, they would work in a pinch. Um, if it was a situation of like, hey, I'm going to be in the hospital and changing more frequently, yeah, I can use a Bina or North Shore or something like that. I can use a lower grade diaper. I run into yeah, I haven't tried the tidy whities yet. Simply because I hate white diapers. I would rather buy the straight up, the blue straight ups than I would the tidy whities. Now, if straight up was Velcro, yes, please. I love the straight ups. The straight ups are really good. Mm, when it comes to like adhesive tape diapers, they're hands down the best. They're really good, but they're also sold by Tykables. I don't think they were originally Tykables though. I could be wrong. Now I'm curious. Who made the straight up diaper? Who? I did not want to. Takeables, nappies, or I think yeah, that's the nappies are Rush one. Sorry, I'm itchy. Ugh. But typically when I go to the hospital, I bring the blue camis. Sometimes I bring the overnights. It just depends. Yeah, nappies are us is who made them. There's a few UK diapers that I would freaking love to have. I have a friend from the UK who he had ones that had like Legos on it. All right, Tristan, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. But like there's a diaper, I forget what they're called again, but there's a whole brand of diapers from the UK that are so cute. Now, one that I am watching out for, and I need to, um, it's from a website called Pretend Again, and they're coming out with a diaper. Did I do a review? I'll have to look at this. Right? Lego would be awesome. Pretend Again is doing a try again. Oh, they're available. Fucking hell. Do they fit me? I can't remember what their XL sizing was. They do have XLs sizing. Um, where is their sizing? They don't have the XL sizing out yet, but the large went to a 48. So I'm hoping that the um XL goes to a 56. They don't have anything on that again, but they're called the try agains. And they are absolutely adorable. They kind of remind me of the Little Kings as far as coloring goes. Nice. But the try agains look really good. It says they have XLs now. I might have to see. I wish I knew what their sizing was. But this is what I was post a picture, but I can't. That's what they look like. And they're absolutely adorable. And I really want to try them. They have some really cute clothing too, but it's not, it's a $70 hoodie. I can't pay that for a hoodie. Their shirts are 45. Their pants are 55, 57. Like they're not cheap when it comes to their clothing. Yeah, they're so damn cute. But pretend again, they do. Yes, you can come. Yes. Sorry, that was my nurse. Um, but I want to try the pretend again or the try agains at some point. They're really cute. They said XLs are available. I don't see them, but I could be wrong. Let's look at their diapers. Maybe they're in a separate section. I don't know. Hold on, they're only available. So what is the XL sizing though? I really want to know the XL sizing. That would be really nice to know before I try to purchase. But they don't have it on here yet, which kind of sucks. I might email them and ask them what their XL is looking like, but it's $49 for a. I don't think they sell them. Oh, they do sell them in cases. Oh, they sell them in big cases. How much is it? Oh, they're probably the most expensive diaper on the planet. They're a 200, no, probably not, but they're more expensive than Tykeables. They're 270 for a case. Um, let's see if I go to tryagaindiapers.com. Learn. I just keep going. Okay. Leading edge DPS. I don't know what that means, but either way, they look absolutely fucking adorable and I want them and I might treat myself to them. They don't. What is DPS? It tells me what is DPS. Leading edge DPS. The all new Trigon diapers are constructed using state of the art leaking edge DPS technology, changing the diaper game forever. Hello, Steven. I want to try the new Tykeables doublers, but online you can only buy them in bulk. I haven't gotten to. So I see if you can buy them separately. Probably. I only buy online, so I'm nowhere near the store. I will probably, maybe, probably buy a case of boosters just because. Even Steven. But yeah. Um, no big deal. I'm a little. I don't even classify it really as an ABDL, because to me it's different. ABDL more tends toward, at least in my opinion, there are many differing opinions on this, mind you. Nobody can agree on the exact titles or the exact differences between an AB and a little. In my opinion, AB is more of an age play thing, whereas being a little is actually, it's more of a lifestyle thing. Like I'm not just doing this. It's not a kink. It's not a sexual thing at all. It is literally just, I am a little. I am a brat and a little. Yeah. So they don't really use the term adult little. Oftentimes there's a lot of things like, funny thing is in the DID community, which is dissociative identity disorder, which is previously known as multiple personality disorder. A lot of they use that term. They use the term little for their alters who are young. Um, so littles kind of goes beyond the kink side of it, at least in my opinion. Like, no, I'm a little. Like, that's what I am. Um, but yeah, It's never been it's extremely not sexual for me. Like it my little side is like abhorred by that stuff. So, but no, I do not have any kink. It's not, I mean, yes, it's technically kink, but it's also not. I have no sexual interest in diapers whatsoever. Um, when I'm in my headspace, I have zero interest in anything adult. I will watch adult TV shows. Okay, not adult TV shows, but like I'll watch Doctor Who and Star Trek and shit like that when I'm in little mode. I'll watch things, but I won't have much interest in, like the actual thing. Like I'll watch it, but like Doctor Who, yes, that one I can still be little with, and Star Trek even. But like if I'm going to, also I am the weird little. I hate cartoons. Um, I watch very few of them. I will watch some Disney cartoons. Primarily Bluey I will watch and Octonauts I will watch. But I don't like animated stuff most of the time. Other than movies. Like animated movies are okay. I don't do well with animated TV shows for the most part, especially the ones that get older. Like I love Bluey and I love Octonauts. Puff and Rock is pretty good too, but it's not my favorite. Yes. Um, it's very much so a coping mechanism for me. Um, I have a lot of trauma. I have CPTSD, which is complex PTSD. Basically, the difference is mine is repeated trauma, whereas PTSD comes from like a single event. Oh, I can't stand Cocomelon. I Cocomelon is designed to give kids like an ADHD attention span, basically. It's really bad for your kids to watch. It's cute, but it's not good for their brains. Bluey is great. Paw Patrol, I don't really like Paw Patrol much. Like if it's on, I'll watch it, but I am never going to choose to put it on. Um, but Bluey and Octonauts, I can watch those while adult as well. Bluey is great. Oh, I hate that one. Is it Kailu? Kailu. I don't know how you say it, but I cannot stand that show. I don't like anything on Cartoon Network except for Adventure Time, and even that I'm very iffy about. I don't like pretty like Nickelodeon. I don't do theirs either. Do you like PBJ? Oh, PJ Masks. Kailu. Okay, PJ Masks. You mean? Mm. I haven't really watched PJ Masks much. Like I said, I steer away from animated things outside of some Disney. Um, what do I watch on Disney? I'm trying to think of like obviously I watch the movies that come out and I like Disney movies, but mostly, yeah. You have a question, I know I'm aware due to health problems, but how can I tell my therapist I want to try age regression? I'm sure. Honestly, I've been in therapy a couple of times here and there. The first time I kind of talked about it, she was like, "Hey, it's not hurting anybody." So, yeah, but it's something I think you need to try on your own. You can always talk to your therapist when you're comfortable about it. I will be starting therapy, I think, in April. Um, so yeah, but for me, my age regression is kind of interesting because I'm always kind of in and out of it fairly easily because it's so natural for me to it's just part of who I am. But like, I mean, there are certain things that trigger me into a goofy little headspace, but meh, I don't know. But for me, a lot of times it's, you know, I get a lot more cuddly. My vocabulary drops drastically. um, I want a binky and a blankie and cuddles. Like, yeah, tend to have a little bit of an issue being clued into my bodily functions when I'm little. That takes a lot of concentration to keep that aspect of it when I'm in little mode. Um, so yeah, I don't know, it's just you kind of find out what you're interested in and try it out. And then you can talk to your doctor about it. It's personally, when done appropriately, I think it's a great way of coping. You know, there's so many people like that's the other thing that it kind of makes me laugh when people are against age regression, but then they don't care about BDSM stuff because I'm like, there are so many, often in the BDSM community, they're called brats. They're kind of on the little side of things, but not actually age regressing, but they kind of sort of are age regressing in a way, just not as young. Um, there's so much crossover. There's so much crossover. And I find it hilarious when, especially like therapists, are against the ABDL lifestyle, but are fine with BDSM. Like, there's so much education that needs to go on regarding the ABDL community. And sadly, media has not done a good job of it. They've only shown the extremists, and that's not fair to the community because 99% of us function as an adult most of the time. And our age regression doesn't look like what it does on the shows thus far. I just don't think that they've really done it justice at this point. I would love to see them do it justice. I would love to see them bring honest information to the world about what this is. Showing them, hey, we are not pedophiles wanting to molest children. We are people wanting to regress to the time of when we were a child and use it as a stress relief. you know I have found as of late that I haven't really been in much of a little headspace that often. And that's primarily because I have just been dealing with so much health wise. Like when I'm not feeling good, I regress to a very kind of clingy, whiny state of things. Like I want mommy around 24/7. And I was finding that really difficult when we are long distance. Like when she was here, it was amazing. I was cuddly. I slept so much while she was here because I kept falling asleep every time we cuddled. Um, like when I get in that headspace, it's very much like we're going to be, and don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't want to do that. There's several factors going into this. One of them being my household currently is not mentally safe for my little side to come out and be free. Not that they are abusive or anything like that on it. It's just that things have gone on. There is trauma for my little side regarding the people that I currently live with. One of them is my ex-boyfriend, and it's his fiance that we live with, that I live with currently, that we will be living with for probably the next year, if not two. However, the thing that will change is that I will have my big around, and that is safety for me. I can do more regression when she's here because I am much more feeling safe. Andrew is my ex boyfriend and my ex daddy, and he caused some pretty. He was not. He was not a good dad. He's not a big. He really, quite honestly, isn't a big. He tries to switch, but he sucks at it. The only time he can be a big is when it's sexual. And I don't do that. I can't. Mm-mm. My little side is not sexual in the least. So he tends to be better at it when it's kink related. He's a little. He's a puppy. Um, and for years we did try to kind of like have me switch for him and like be a big for him. So switch it on and off. Did not work out at all. I became incredibly uncomfortable. I'm not a big. I do not like in my adult life. I can be kind of dominant to some degree. I can be bossy. I'm not dominant. I can be bossy, but I'm not dominant. um, but when it comes to my little side, no. So switching and doing that with him was not at all successful. And it in turn made me as an adult and a little incredibly uncomfortable with anything that is little or ABDL related with him, to the point of it makes me uncomfortable when he's down here, when he's regressed. He's got his binky on, his diaper, his shirt. Like it makes me uncomfortable when he engages with me in that area in any way, shape, or form at this point. Um, but also, he is not respectful of my boundaries I've set in place, especially at this point. Now that we're not together, he no longer has the right to do things that a big would do with me. And he kind of tends to cross that boundary. For example, I have a toy that is very, very triggering to my little side. It triggers me right the heck out. However, my two roommates use that to kind of taunt and tease me. And they will randomly come in my room and turn on this toy. And that's not okay. I have told them I am not comfortable with it. I have told Andrew specifically, you do not get to try and trigger my little side out. And the other day he came in here while I was doing something and frickin' he was regressed and he turned on the toy. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but no matter if you are big or little in this moment, you're not allowed to do that anymore. And that boundary keeps getting crossed and it keeps making it more and more and more uncomfortable and unsafe for me in my head. Physically, it's fine. In my head, my little side is exceedingly uncomfortable with Andrew. Exceedingly. In so many ways. It's not just that. There's so many things that have gone on in the past that have caused a lot of trauma. I don't want to like rake him over the coals or anything, but back in the day when Hannah moved into our household, she was kind of a switch. She mostly was big, but she did switch. And she, how do I explain this? In a way, has trauma as well. And that presented very much so in her little side. Her trauma didn't present in her adult side so much, but you could tell the trauma in her little side. And it made things really hard. Like if we were both little, she would basically shut down because, hey, other people are more important than me. So if they're going to be a little, I'm going to be quiet. And it got to the point where Andrew came down one night and basically told me, you need to tone back your little side when she's little because she can't get what she needs from it if you're little as well. Which that turned into, we had a big problem. Mentally, my little side shut the fuck down. Um, in a really bad, unhealthy way for me. Basically, the way I see it, the way it works for me personally is I very much so have an inner, like in my brain, in my head, I can see my little side. I can see like there's an area where my little side is. It's kind of similar to those with DID who have an inner world. My little side kind of has an inner world. And I actually do, I think they cross over to some degree. Not fully. It's not like multiple personalities or anything like that, but it's borderline on that, in my opinion, when it comes to being a little, like being a true little. I think that there's a little bit of a DID situation going. But anyway, that's my theory. But for me, I have my little side. Like I can always see that my little side in my head. Um, I've actually legit had conversations between me and my little side in my head, externally. Like I've legit talked to my little side. Like yeah, it's interesting. So when that happened, when Andrew came to me and told me I had to shut down little side when she was little, that caused my little side to basically not go dormant, but in the head, this concrete brick wall went up, and my little side went behind that wall and would not come out of it. And I wasn't little because of it. My little side did not come to the front. Every now and then, Andrew would try to be daddy and try to figure it out. Little side would peek his head out and start to like kind of be there. And then by the time like he would start at work, he would text and be like all daddy in the text message. And then he'd get home and trigger my little side to start coming out, and then he'd shut it down. Oh, I'm done. It's been an hour. I'm done. That's not how it works when you're a little like I am. And it's not just a something somebody gets to say, you can come out, now you go back. That's not how it works. If I have been in a deep enough regression, it actually takes me like 30 to 40 minutes to really truly get to a point where I can adult. I have to like be in this transition period um, where I'm not really little and I'm not really big. I'm not really verbal. I'm not really nonverbal. I'm just in this in between space where I can kind of adjust. And it needs to be a conversation, like, hey, I can do this little bit tonight, but that's all I've got. Giving my little side the heads up that, hey, if I trigger you out, it's only for a short period of time because this is all the spoons I have for it tonight. And that was never done. It is done more so now with Chloe. We don't have to even really talk about that so much because when Chloe and I got together, right off the bat, I'm like, I don't switch. I cannot do that for you. The beauty of being poly, we can have another partner for them because they do want to try it. They kind of dabble a little bit, but they're more so big to me. But we do think they have a little side that they need to kind of explore. Um, right out of the gate, I told them I cannot do that for you. I am not willing to try because the last time I tried, it caused so much damage that I don't think I would be okay with it again. And that was an agreement we made right off the bat. They know they don't try to be um, little with me. Like they don't try to make me be a big to them. So no, that's not to say they can't regress or anything like that. It's just that I cannot be the big in the situation when it comes to that. I don't know how I will handle it if they do get a big and start regressing more. I have no idea how I will handle that from my little side. I'm a little worried about it because of how it's gone in the past. But Chloe is an extremely different person than Andrew. Um, and we talk about this a lot. We talk a lot about the things that like are really triggering, the things that have gone on for me. It's really funny because my viewers currently it says 3 and it says I've had 33 views. So 333. But when it comes to if you do ever have a big involved, if you're a little, or if you have a little involved, if you're a big, um, communication is so incredibly important. Open, honest communication. Like Chloe can come to me and say, hey, I'm feeling kind of small today, so I don't know how much I'll be able to be mommy today. But I'm still here as your partner. I just don't know how much I can do the mommy side of things today. And conversely, I can go to her and be like, hey, I'm feeling super tiny today. And yesterday was one of those days. I went to her and I'm like, hey, I'm feeling pretty dang tiny right now. Like, I was kind of not like, my regression didn't shift my vocabulary other than the fact that I got a lot more quiet yesterday. But I was still playing Minecraft. I had played Minecraft. I was playing Minecraft when I kind of started the little feeling. And I actually ended up getting off Minecraft because, quite funny enough, if I'm really little like that, I'm probably not going to play games. At least not with a bunch of people that are big. Now, mind you, the people I was playing with were one big, one little. But 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 it's extremely important to be very open in your communication. Um, I've had several bigs at this point. The first couple were really damaging. My first, not my first boyfriend, he was technically my third boyfriend, but my second in-person boyfriend. Um, he was more of a DL. He used a binky because he ground his teeth really bad, and he had been wearing a mouth guard, and he switched to a binky, and that worked. So that's the extent of his little side, was he used a binky. He was a DL all the way, like to the point of he had a night that he would go off on his own, do his thing, like not even in the house type of deal. Don't know what he did. That was for him to do. I didn't care. I didn't want to know. That's his thing. But he was not in any way, shape, or form nurturing, let's just say, to my little side. He was not at all nurturing to my little side. He is the person that I first had a true regression with. Like when I went to visit them and meet him for the first time, I regressed hardcore. We're talking, I was probably about 6 months old with this regression, and I honestly don't really remember it outside of what he's told me. I remember very, very hazy things. He kind of told me what went on, and from what he described, really, really, really regressed. Now, mind you, I don't usually do that type, like that type of regression typically is more common with when I'm not feeling safe, oddly enough. Um, Not necessarily not feeling safe, but it happens after a lot of stress. And in the past with previous partners before Chloe, it wasn't really good. It like in the moment I was good, but also during these times I get extremely fussy and clingy and like, you leave my sight, I'm going to bawl. I'm going to think you disappeared forever. I don't have object permanence at that age, so or at that time. So it's like you leave the room and I'm either going to follow you crying or I'm going to cry because I think you're never coming back and just sit there and cry. Um, with Chloe, we've gotten to that level of little, but not with the memory gap in it. Um, we've gotten to meet, and we've only been in each other's actual presence for 2 weeks. Um, but yeah, I've just been kind of in a phase right now where I'm not purposely nurturing little side so much. Um, I do still have my blankie and my binky and stuff, but I'm not using I don't have a bottle right now. Yes, I do. I'm not currently using my bottle right now. Um, I'm not really going into like a regressive state of mind mostly. It's like if I'm going to do that, it's going to be at a time where I am safe, I am chill, I can regress for a while at a time. When Chloe's here, it's kind of more like I am so in and out of it all the time. It's just natural for me to be little, but I'm also big. I have conversations. While Chloe was here, we went to my appointment for my surgery before my surgery, and then an hour later, I was laying in their lap with a binky, type of deal. Like it's that very in and out. That's kind of how I live. It's like me and little side trade out really easily. So I have not brought up age regression with a therapist since my first one, and I only went and saw her twice. Um, my mom kind of made me go to this therapist because of the ABDL stuff and dealing with a lot of medical stuff. It was a Christian Lutheran social worker, basically, um, who had never heard of it. But in my description of it, she said, well, A, you're not hurting yourself, you're not hurting others, it's not sexual, you're not a pedophile or anything like that. She's like, you're just using this to cope. She's like, I personally don't see a problem in it. I'd rather you do that than drink. At the time I wasn't drinking too, but she's like, that's a much healthier way of handling things than, a lot of other things that could go on. Um, I have not broached that subject with a therapist since. I have had one therapist, I had like 3 visits with her, and I don't remember, I don't know if you guys know the story, but anyway, the story is I started seeing a therapist at this place. And within 2 sessions, or 3 sessions, she's like, so we're going to have to switch you to a different therapist because I have an ethical or a conflict of interest, basically. And we found out that she was my roommate Hannah's therapist. And that's just not a good deal. You should not have the same therapist as your roommate. So, yeah. Plus, Hannah's like, yeah, she's not hardcore enough for you to see her. She's like, she's very much so get you functioning, and that's that. Once you're functioning, see you later. She's not one to really work through the actual problems, the trauma, and things like that. So, um, it turned out to work for the better. But the therapist before that I saw, he was not an actual like psychologist type of deal. He was a social worker that did therapy type of deal. The last person I saw is a therapist. Like she's been to undergrad, had clinical studies. Like she doesn't have a doctorate, but she did clinical studies with it. Where because my insurance, I'm on Medicare. Due to Medicare, they require that you see somebody who has had clinical experience, and that doesn't mean like working in a mental clinic. But basically, social work is more like a 2-year degree, whereas this is more like a 6 year, 8-year degree. Um, and they go further into the medical side of it than like a social worker, licensed therapist. There's a difference between a licensed therapist and what I was seeing. Um, so yeah, but I don't remember quite honestly how I brought it up to the original person that I did. This was when I was 19 years old. I was really young, and I only had 2 visits with her, and I do not remember, quite honestly. I don't know how to bring it up to a therapist exactly, other than just spilling the beans. But how much did I just? Would you stop it, please? Um, but I would just my go-to is be honest about it. I will share that. If this therapist that I see in April is going to work out, I will share that with her. Um, but it'll probably be a little bit before I do. But if it's a good therapist, they're going to accept it. Like my roommate Andrew, he started seeing a therapist and he kind of delved into his need to wear diapers. His is a psychological need. He has less anxiety if he's in a diaper. He doesn't have a physical need for it in any way, shape, or form. It is purely a psychological thing for him. Um, he just chooses to manage it more by wearing diapers than taking more medication. He's on medication. But anyway, this guy actually encouraged him into it, into trying this out, delving more into it to try to cope with different things, to help with anxiety, to help with, just different things going on, ADHD brain crap. Um, Now, mind you, I am okay with people who go 24/7, so long as it's done appropriately. I know people who literally go out in public to build a bear dressed in a whirly beanie hat, a onesie, short-alls, and have a diaper bag, a bottle, and a binky out and obvious to everybody. I will not associate with people who do that. I will go out in certain clothing. Like I used to go out in my rear's dino onesie, and I will still do that. But I wear it with khakis and a button up shirt. Like I wear a flannel shirt over it. It's unbuttoned, you can see it, but it's not done in a way of, hey, I'm a little kid. This is just a cool shirt with dinosaurs in it to other people. They have no fucking clue it's a onesie. That type of thing is okay. Wearing overalls and things, wearing the semi younger kid looking things is okay so long as it's done appropriately at the right time. I I've said this before and I'll say it again. Those of you who have been here a long time know this. I believe that going out dressed in that way that I described or being obviously little is coercing people into and forcing people to be involved in your game. I don't agree with it. I may go out in public in semi little headspace, but I'm not going out and being obvious about it. Nobody would know. Nobody would have a clue. Another little probably yes could tell. But a normal human being, I don't look any different. I don't act really any different. I might be a little more clingy and hold my partner's hand and snuggle up and things like that while we're walking around, but nobody would know. And that is how it should be. I do not believe that this should be done in public unless you're at like a con where the whole building has been rented out and it's appropriate to do so in that case. My roommate, I struggle with, like I've said, I struggle with his little side a lot. That is because his etiquette sucks too. Um, for example, it's a little bit double standard of me, but I currently am extremely uncomfortable around my roommate in any way, shape, or form. That even involves me being in a t-shirt and diaper. Like right now, I don't have pants on. I'm sitting here in a t-shirt and a diaper. I'm not comfortable being around him without pants on because of if he's regressed, he does nothing but make comments about my wet diaper, which I don't appreciate. I've told him many times this is a boundary I've set in place. I'm like, I don't want you to be acknowledging it like that. You're not my big anymore. I'm not comfortable with people outside of my big and talking to me like that. Um, I don't like seeing him come down in just a diaper or just a t-shirt and diaper when it's soaked or wet or messy or whatever the heck it is. Because he basically puts it in my face, not puts it in my face, but he'll be like in my room, be like, look at my diaper. I'm so squishy. And he's literally said that before. And that makes me extremely uncomfortable. That is not appropriate etiquette. Now, if we were both comfortable with it, that would be a little bit different. I don't wear pants very often in my house, especially because I spend 99% of my time in this room by myself. If I'm going out in my living room, do I always put pants on? No. But I also wear shirts that cover my diaper. My shirts are all very long. They cover almost all of my diaper, if not all of it. Now, if I bend down, that's a different story. But anyway, typically I'm not going to go out in the house with the other two down here in just a t-shirt and a diaper. Now, if I go out there and they come down, that's a little bit of a different story. But that's me that's them, kind of not coming into my space, but it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why I can go out there in a diaper and t-shirt and be fine around Hannah mostly. I'm not so comfortable out of with Hannah with Andrew anymore. Hannah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's comfortable, but it's not comfortable with her. But if they're both out here, I'm probably gonna throw pants on if I'm gonna go hang out with them. If I'm just gonna go quick walk to the kitchen, grab a yogurt, and come back, I'm probably not gonna throw pants on. But I don't like him being around him in that state because he always comments on my diapers. Whether he's in a big headspace or a little headspace, he's always making a comment about how squishy I am or something like that. I'm not comfortable with that. The only person I'm comfortable with that from is my mommy. Literally. I have one friend that I have two friends that I'm kind of okay with it, but that's also because one of the friends was a big for me for a little while. Um, he was my second big. And this other person's a fellow little that we don't really do little stuff together per se, but we do kind of like the ongoing joke is always that I'm a poo butt, but that doesn't mean poopy diaper. It means little to us. Like she calls me a poo butt. That means here, little baby. Like it doesn't mean you stink. Um, we kind of joke around with each other on that, but her and I have known each other for a very long time. 2016, I think. We figured out. We've known each other for a really long time, and we've actually, yes, met in person and things like that. She actually has visited me for Christmas, and it was amazing. I missed her so much. I hadn't seen her since before COVID, so it was really nice to see her. And with her, I don't care. I don't care if I'm in a t-shirt and diaper. No shits are given. Currently, the two people I live with are the only ones I am that uncomfortable with. Um, and Hannah's not really. It's not really an uncomfortable thing. It's different with Hannah. Her and I were never a couple or anything like that at all. But it's awkward, I guess you could say. But I mean, she's the person that goes to appointments with me and shit. And sometimes I have to the doctor's like, hey, I need you to get in the gown. I need everything off from the waist up. So she's around for that type of thing. Um, so for me, it's not so much a little thing. It's just kind of awkward because her and I are not a couple in any way, but we have both seen each other naked many times. It's just a weird thing. Hey, it's feeding tube done time. You guys want to watch me set up a feeding tube? Normally, what I've been doing is taking like a 2 hour break, but yesterday I accidentally took a 4 hour break. So today I just have to keep going right on. Normally my thing ends at 4 and I go and do my stuff around 6. But today that's just it most of the time it's gonna be a 24/7 thing. But every now and then it finishes a little bit early and I can take a break. So I gotta set that up. But I gotta go across over there to get stuff. Um, so let me disconnect the drain. One thing about having a drain that goes to gravity, no, that is not my boob, that is my belly. Um, one thing about a drain, the minute you sit up, it's like, oh, hey, gravity, we're going to drain. And by the way, yes, I have this duct tape. Just there is a little port. It's called a med port. If you're feeding into your G tube, yes, that is useful. For me, I don't feed into my G tube, so I don't use it. And it just likes to come undone. So I duct tape it shut because I hate getting puked on. I need to wash this bag. It stinks. I really need to wash it. So stop alarm. How much is left in there? There's some left. So if you guys want to know what doing a feeding tublet is like, here you go. I have uh it's called a feed and flush system. So I do both water and formula. This is my pump. It's a Kangaroo Joey pump. I'm going to turn it off because bag is empty. And it gets turned off for a minute. This is my bag that I put everything in. I have modified it. This is a medical backpack, so it was originally designed to hold like TPN or feeding tube stuff. For me, it did not work for TPN. I made modifications to it. Let's see if I can. I modified it so these hold up my bags in there. The pump sits inside. It came with a little grommet on the back that you can put tubing through, so you don't have to leave the bag open. And it's got like a crazy amount of pockets. And this one is like, there's an IV in there. That's funny. It has like all these pockets for, you can't see it very well, but like, whoops, you're supposed to be in this pocket. Um, no, you're supposed to be in the pocket. I don't think it's, but like, I carry all my flushes in here. So this is like my flushes and my heparin for my central line. Alcohol swabs. These caps have alcohol in them. So I always have everything with me. Is this? No, it's a thing. Okay. I need to put a new set in there actually, because there's no sets in here. But yeah, this was made for people who are on feeding tubes and TPN. I bought this for $90 like a year ago, and this thing is already so worn out, it's not even funny. And I barely used it. Like I've only used this for a few months, and it's already like it's not. I was hoping it would last a lot longer. I was hoping it would be more durable than a normal backpack. It is far less durable. And it desperately needs a washing because it's got like formula splatters all over it. But yeah, this is what I do. I do this instead of an IV pull. I have a polyamorous button on one. I do this instead of an IV pull because it's mobile. And it works a lot better for me to be mobile. Okay, let me go grab my things that I need for the feeding tube. So you guys can kind of see what it's like. Yes, I am in just a t-shirt and diaper, and I don't really care. YouTube, I don't mind so much. But so I need to, so this is what this looks like. By the way, I'll show you once I get it all set. This is it done. This I have to save the rest of this Pedialyte. If it was just water, I'd throw it out, but it is Pedialyte. No, I don't need to save Pedialyte. I have plenty. We don't need to save it right now. So no, we're not going to save that one. Normally they give me, I'm supposed to get 1,700 milliliters of Pedialyte a day, and they send it to me in 1 liter bottles. So I usually have like 300 mils that I have to switch to the new bag, which quite honestly, they should just give you 2 a day. They just don't quite give me 2 a day. And I might talk to them about it because it's like saving like 300 mils of Pedialyte is really annoying. Getting it from that bag into another bag is very annoying. So let me go grab the things and then I'll be back. It's just literally like 5 feet away. I just have to get up and get it. Wow, that felt dry. That's because it is. Time to fill that too. Whatever. And I think that we can just bring this box over and grab the bag that is in there. Don't fall over, please. Where's that bag? Here it is. Just bringing this box all the way over because it has most of what I will need to do. There's an extra Pedialyte. I only need one of them right now, but I do get 2 out every day. Okay, I gotta tilt you guys up because there we go. I don't need both of the Pedialytes, so I put them away. I have to clean my room tonight because my nurse is coming in the morning. But that's all gonna happen. And these two can go over there. In there. That works. Garbage. So if you don't know much about feeding tubes, I will explain. I have a G tube or a gastric. What's it called? Gastronomy tube. That means that one goes directly into my stomach. It has a little balloon on the inside that they fill up with water from the outside. Let me see if I'll show you guys. I don't want to, I'm not, it's hard to show you guys this without showing everything. But let's see what I can do here. So this is my G tube, goes into my stomach. It has a little spot for the balloon port. This is how they fill it up with water inside. This is what I hook up to drain my stomach. This one is my out. This one is my in. As you can see, it's currently different colored because it has formula in there. So this one feeds me, and this one drains my stomach. So I have two separate tubes. A lot of times they do it as one single tube called a GJ tube. And that's a kind of a combination of the two, where it has the balloon on the inside, but off of that balloon comes this really long tube that goes down through the stomach and into the jejunum, which is the second portion, I think, of the intestine, or technically first, I don't know. The jejunum is where we kind of start absorbing things, but it doesn't go into the first part of the jejunum for me because I need it to go farther in. But I had a GJ tube for quite some time, almost a year. No, it was not a year. I got my GJ tube surgery a year and a half ago almost. October was a year. So almost a year and a half. But no, I'm sorry, November. So in May, it'll be a year and a half. So it's just over a year. My problem I had was because of the way a GJ tube works is that the tube goes through the whole stomach. And at the bottom of your stomach is something called the pylorus sphincter. And that's kind of the sphincter muscle that pushes food through out of the stomach. My pylorus is paralyzed. It doesn't move. So it doesn't push things through. My stomach is paralyzed most of the way. It doesn't have enough force to push things through the stomach. It all just sits in there and does not digest. So that's why I have the drain in my stomach, is so that I can still enjoy the comfort of eating, because I literally go mentally insane without that. And we have that one. That was that part of the GJ. Now, my problem with my GJ was that the tube that goes from the stomach down into the intestine, that would always coil itself back up into my stomach. Or into the duodenum. I could tell it was flipped as soon as it hit that duodenum. A lot of people are okay with it in the duodenum because technically that's right past the stomach in the pylorus. But because that tube was constantly holding my pylorus all the way open, it would just coil itself back up into my stomach, which means then I cannot run a feed. I start to throw up. It hurts a lot. It was not good. And I was having flipping issues constantly from the time in November when they put it in till I had TPN in March, I think it was. I had gone through about 10 tubes, I think. You're supposed to do one every 3 months. So that just tells you how bad that was. Mine was constantly flipping back up into the stomach. We had tried everything to get it to stay down. And it got to the point where they're like, okay, we're going to switch it to a G tube so that you can drain your stomach, but we're going to put you on IV nutrition. Give your bowels a chance to rest. Just see if that makes a difference. Well, at that point, when I was on the TPN, I had been on the TPN from March through July. In June-ish, my GI doctor said, hey, I don't want to leave you on TPN. TPN is really bad for your body. It can cause organ failure. It destroys your gallbladder. It causes blood sugar issues sometimes. It's just really, really hard on your body when you're fed through your heart. It's not meant to. It can be done, but it's not meant to do that. And yes, there are some people who have been on this for years and are okay, but my body does not do as well on TPN. I could do it if I needed to. Like if I could not use a feeding tube, TPN was our only option, I could do it. But we were starting to see my liver kind of getting cranky about it, things like that. My potassium was horrible. It would not stay up. We had to use humongous amounts of potassium to keep my potassium up, and we still do. That's why I have Pedialyte instead of water in my feeding tube, because we need that extra potassium. But anyway, let's get this going because I'm just sitting here talking instead of actually doing what I need to do. Most people run water in the flush portion of their feeding tube. So what happens with a feeding tube is it is set to a certain rate. Mine is at 46 milliliters an hour. So I am fed formula premixed. Here it is. This is a plant-based formula. It's called peptide. That means it's just completely broken down. So my body doesn't have to do any of the work to grab the nutrients. It just is there. It's a sole source nutrition. So this has everything I need to live. It tastes disgusting. This particular one tastes nasty. It is a pea protein, so it tastes like peas. It's disgusting. I hate peas. Even the vanilla and chocolate flavor, you can still taste the pea in it. And bleh. But I don't taste it, so I don't really care. Other ones are, mine is a plant-based one. There are all different types. So many different types. Primarily dairy or plant-based is what you're going to see. But anyway, let me put this up here for a second while I get the bags ready. That's new. Wait, I just threw that out. That's new. Did they change the colors? Or am I just stupid? No, they changed it. Huh. Interesting. This is the old one. It's purple. And so I have a 2-bag system. Mine has 2 bags. One is purple, one is blue. This is for the formula. This is for the water. Doing that helps it stay like open up better so it doesn't come back at me. And I just throw a liter of Pedialyte in there. This just snaps in, and then it hooks in the front so that it doesn't come open. Ta-da. This is my hydration, part of my hydration. And I do 3 of these. Well, if it runs perfectly and I do it for the full 24 hours, I'm supposed to do 3 1/4 or 3 1/3 of this one, or half, or I don't know, something like that. Actually, we're going to set these out here while I do this. Please do not spill on my computer. I like to open them ahead of time because it's a lot easier to just switch back and forth between one while I fill up my bag. By the way, this particular one is made so that you can either put it in a feeding tube or drink it. I tried that before a feeding tube. We tried that for quite a while before a feeding tube. Plus, these are gross. One. Basically, I'm supposed to do 1,000 milliliters of this. A little over 1,000, like 1,020 or 50 or something like that. Simon, stop it. Please don't jump up there. And like I said, this lasts me almost 24 hours. It's supposed to last about 20-ish, but my pumps run slow. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my pump or my tube, but mine are always a little bit slow, which is okay. I'm doing okay. This just means it's only 1,500 calories, which is not really enough to, it's not quite enough. But I also do about 400 calories a day of Pedialyte. And also I do things like um suckers and things like I get around 2,000. That still makes me feels funny that they changed the color. But yeah, this is my pump. This is the third one I've had. I just got this one like a week ago or something like that because oh, that feels so different. There's comparisons. And the beauty of being on a feeding tube as opposed to like the TPN, so the IV nutrition that I was on, is that it's not sterile. It doesn't have to stay sterile. So that's really nice. I don't have to keep it clean all the time. Well, I mean, I keep it clean, but like not sterile. So that's a really nice aspect of it. Having a central line is a massive infection risk, and feeding through your central line is even more because you're hooking up to it all the time. Um, toss that in the garbage. Do you hear a doggy? Simon, do you hear a doggy? Is Leo out there? Yes, Leo's out there. Okay. And then I'm going to keep the settings for today, but we need to clear when I do this. And then I have to prime it. So I have to get all the formula and water through the feeding tube. So we start off with the Pedialyte and then it fills up with feed. Otherwise, you're plugging all that air into your belly and you're going to have a lot of gas. And I don't like having gas. It's not comfy. But this just the beauty of this for me is that really I hate my roommate. Um now I'm not gonna be able to concentrate. I'm gonna get copyrighted too. Andrew, that's a little loud. Oh, he's in a mood. This is gonna be a fun night. See? Fills up. Now I have to finish filling it up because it didn't fill it all up itself. There you go. I hate my roommate right now. He is an extremely inconsiderate human. He could have this on headphones and I wouldn't have to hear it. But no. If he doesn't do it appropriately soon, I'll have to go do it. And I'll have to go. But yeah, so then I just hook this up. It screws in. And I hit the button. Andrew! I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Maybe kind of a little bit. But... Oh, this thing stinks like dirty shoes. What is in here? Is there anything in here that would stink? Other than just formula need to be washed? Because I am going to wash that this week then. But I'll find my other one at some point. Anyway, we just throw it in the bag. Oh, that's short. Those are shorter. Those are a lot shorter. Hmm. That's a lot shorter than it was. That's interesting. Yeah. By the way, if you guys have any questions about it, feel free to ask. I am an open book, especially about this because it educates people a lot. Why it's in the living room, I don't know. If he's in the kitchen, why is it in the living room? We have very, very opposing tastes in music. Okay. Anyway, it's in there. The pump is down there. We're good to go. And this does weigh about 10 pounds. It's a very heavy pack. It's it I want to design one. I have something kind of in my mind. I've kind of tried to modify them in the past. Um, but I want to kind of design my own feeding tube bag for myself at least. I don't think I would sell it necessarily. Um, but yeah, now this is extremely portable. I can throw it on my back and go. I feel like that's shorter. Maybe I'm wrong. Eh, I hope it's not shorter because it was already short enough. And now with that, I don't have to have it on an IV pole because I live in a place with all carpets except for the kitchen. And IV poles don't run, especially the cheap ass ones they send. Oh, hello, my guy. Come here, Leo. Leo, come here. Leo, come here. Come here. Come say hi. He's just below the camera. Oh, you are all wet. You got dogged. That's why you always come to me after you get dogged. Why? It's not dry. I can't brush it out yet. You just got dry. My baby. There he is. Leo. Boop, boop. He's such a sweet kitty when you want to. He's really sweet lately. You are all wet though. That's gross. Where's Simon? Is he sitting in the doorway? Oh, did he go in the other? Oh, he's back there. Hi. This cat may be chunky, but he's a sweetheart, and I can't get. Just wait. It's just a thing. He's a tabby cat. He's huge. He's a big cat in general. Like he's not small. Unlike Simon, who's this little like petite little thing who's only 11 pounds. This is one of the reasons I despise my roommate. It's just like he does this on purpose type of deal. Well, that was dry. That was really dry. I wonder if I need to replace my coil. Let's pull that out and see. Given that it's dry, let's check how this coil is. Huh?
I said Linda goes outside with her pop boots on like normal.
Can you either turn where that's facing or turn it down a little bit? I'm live streaming at the moment. You're gonna copyright the fuck out of me. I can't tell. Where's my flashlight? I need to see what this looks like. I can't tell. I can tell by looking. Ah, it's a little dark, but it's not horrible. I'll change it out with my next bottle of fluid. So I'm almost out of this one. Oh, please don't be dripping everywhere. Okay, you were empty enough that you were not dripping, which means it's really empty. On that vial right there, please. Look what I made. Look what I made today.
A ski table.
I know, I made a bug hat.
Oh,
I made a hat.
is that what you put on me when I start coming in here?
I made another hat.
Yeah, you showed me that hat.
Yeah. But I finished the shirt that it goes with. Look how
Eggs.
look how cute it is though.
It's just an egg.
It's so cute though.
It's just eggs.
It's cute.
It makes me want to throw eggs at you.
It's so cute. It's teal and eggs.
Oh,
It's cute.
I'm not saying it's not cute, but it's
It's
just
really
eggs.
cute. It
I
is
need
just
to go let dog go.
they're not barking yet.
How can we tell?
You can hear them. Anyway, yeah. That was the roommate. I don't know if you guys could see him maybe or not. I didn't look at the camera. Anyway, back to I have to switch gears fast when he's in here if I want to show him something because then he never like I never get to show him the thing. Yucky, that's dirty. Okay, back to what I was doing. Oh, I have a message I gotta reply to. Okay, it wasn't something I was needing to respond to. Got it. Hi, Leo. What's up, kitty? Let me brush you. He's like, what are you doing? Do I have a treat? No, this is vape fluid. This is not treat. He's very interested in it, though. See, okay, so I have a paralyzed stomach, right? Road, and I'm going to kick his ass. It's an old coil. Like, why does that feel weird? Because it's open. What was I saying? Oh, my stomach is paralyzed, right? But it feels the incessant need to try and digest my feeding tube. It hurts when it does that because it pulls it. I don't know if I can show. It's not showing it right now. Oh, that's all wet. Why is that all wet? Yeah, it's doing it right now. I don't know if you guys can see it though. But basically, what this thing does is it sucks it in real tight and then it pops it out, and that hurts like hell. Can I get freedom from my service dog? Is it not leaving you alone? Um, I would love to have a service dog, but right now I just physically cannot take care of a dog. Okay, we will eat a snack. don't have any savory snacks in here. Animal crackers will do. But yeah, I would love to have one of those. So my cat sits with me while I take a shower. He sits in the bathroom. I'm physically, oh, you guys want food. Who wants fresh food? Do you want to try an animal cracker? Let's see if you'll eat it. Nope. Leo, do you want a treat? Hopefully these will stop it. Leo, want a treat? Leo. There you are. I got a treat for you. Want the animal cracker bit? There you go. Simon. It's really weird seeing me point that way, but I'm actually pointing the other direction. My camera has flipped, and it's weird. I mean, it's not weird to you guys because you see Kirby spelled out right. But now he's gonna come try to get more. You want it? You gotta come here. You want the treat? You're gonna sit. I will give it to you if you're gonna sit. All done. I'll get you guys your treats later. We'll do puzzle in a little while. Yeah. But yeah, Simon is my follow me every move cat. Simon is so attached to me that he goes on a hunger strike when I leave. Like if I'm in the hospital, it'll be several days of him just being mad and not wanting to eat. Mainly from my one roommate. If she feeds them, he won't eat. But if Andrew feeds them, he will. If Andrew comes and sits in here every now and then. My cats are ridiculous. Leo doesn't give a shit. He gets really happy when I come home. And then he usually has a little bit of a mad period where he doesn't want anything to do with me. Simon, oh my God, you'd think he would had died and gone to heaven every time I get home from the hospital. He gets really clingy. Sometimes he gets mad, but he always comes to see me for snuggles right away, and then he'll get mad. But um, yeah, he watches everything. He does not go as far as to lick me clean. However, a lot of dogs do that, or lick you dry. A lot of dogs will do that. No, I don't got this. But yeah. Okay. Oh, that's the furnace. I'm like, what is he doing up there? It was very loud. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and close it up, guys. There we go. Been at this for 2 hours, 2.5, 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I'm gonna go watch some TikTok for a little while. By the way, oh, I opened them upside down. Animal crackers. Animal crackers are one of my favorite snacks. and they drain really easily. I got I got the big box of them. Um, I also have some cookies in here. You know that grandma's brand of cookies? I got a bulk thing of them, of all their different flavors. You got soft chocolate chip cookies. You got the little hard ones. We got the mini sandwich cream vanilla. I have chocolate, double chocolate, and peanut butter. I'm not usually fond of their peanut butter ones. They're a little dry. But yes. And out in the living room I decided to buy bulk snack packs, like little ones. Um this go around because my body thinks I still can consume the food like I used to. So if I have a bag of chips, I will eat an entire half a bag of chips in one sitting. And then my brain is mad and my stomach hurts and I puke. So I decided that this month I was going to get a variety of little bags of snacks. Um, and then I bought a big ass bag of those the gourmet suckers. Um, because hard candy is really good when you have a feeding tube. Um, because it kind of triggers your stomach to chill out. But I also bought a variety box of those. I have my favorite ones left now. Somewhere I think there's another watermelon one, but I'm not sure where it went. These ones are my favorite out of these. Baby bottle pops are so yummy. Oh, there's one of the ones I'm missing. I still have two of these left. Oh, I didn't know I had a watermelon one. Oh, that's a strawberry watermelon. Ooh. So funny thing about this. Normally I like sour stuff, but I do not like the little juicy sour stuff from this on the sucker. It's gross. But my partner likes the sour stuff, not the sucker. I like the sucker, not the sour stuff. So we can buy this and they can have the top and I can have the sucker. So yeah. Where do I get these? I got all of this off of Amazon. Um, so I have EBT. And so this month I decided that I was going to I have money from EBT and I have money from my insurance company for healthy food. And EBT covers everything, any food, it covers it. My other thing is very particular on what it covers. It covers my yogurt, it covers my shredded chicken, my barbecue sauce or whatever sauce I decide to put on there, it covers those. Sometimes it covers toilet paper and trash bags. Um, it covers things like meat, vegetables, bread. It just doesn't cover junk food. It's really weird what it covers as far as those go too. It's kind of funny. But this month, I'm like, okay, we're going to use EBT to buy snacks because I do a lot of snacks as opposed to eating. So I'm like, I'm going to go on eBay or not eBay, Amazon because EBT can be used on Amazon. And I started this process because I had a bag of Dum Dum suckers that I finished, and I wanted something a little more robust than Dum Dums. And I've gotten these for on and off for years. Not the big bulk. I buy them at the store usually for like $1 a piece. And I'm like, well, why not buy them in bulk? So I think I bought 60 of them. And I've given about 7 of them away. 7 or 8 of them away. I'll probably give away a few more, but yeah, I bought all of that on Amazon. I bought one of those big Lay's box. It has like 5 different varieties of little chip bags in them. I bought one that is all like um white cheddar flavored things. So Doritos, they're white cheddar Doritos, white cheddar cheese puffs, both soft and crunchy. And then I think that one came with like the lightly salted regular Lay's, which I can't do regular potato chips. I can do some corn chips. I can do Ruffles chips. I just can't do straight potato chips because they do not get tiny enough. Oh yeah, and my insurance covers juice. If I ever do have use of my stomach again, it's going to be weird adjusting to water again because I get all of my water that I need through my feeding tube and my IV. This is just purely for comfort. It helps my drain work a little bit better if I'm eating and if I'm drinking while I eat. Um, it just helps everything kind of drain better. So, um, but I literally buy like tons of these and just drink them. I can drink between half to a full entire one of these in a 24-hour period because I have to drink a lot if I'm eating. So, because otherwise it doesn't drain. It gets, well, little things will drain, but I don't like it. Like even eating those animal crackers, those will drain okay by themselves, but I don't like the sluggishness and whatnot of it. That just helps it flow through better. So, versely, what I can do, and what I do sometimes is you can also just you can flush this. So I'll take a 60 ml syringe and just flush 60 mils into it. Now that does go into my stomach, so it makes me incredibly ill if it doesn't drain out properly. But typically I only flush if it's not draining properly. But yeah, what else did I buy with that? I bought like applesauce pouches. I love the Mott's applesauce pouches are also covered by my insurance. I get like $244 a month from my insurance company. By the way, if you're on Medicare, switch to United Health if you have it because they have a really good like Medicare is most of the plans are the exact same as far as what they cover, how they cover it. But they have perks that they give you for choosing them as your company. I was previously with Aetna and I got $270 every 3 months. Now I get 244 every single month that I can spend on food and household items, like household goods. Sometimes it doesn't cover the household goods. It's weird. I don't know. But yeah, it has been a godsend. And that's why I switched, quite honestly. Um, it came time to do something. I don't know. There was something going on, and someone's like, "Hey, so with this plan, you get 240 a month, not every 3 months." I'm like, "Hell yeah, sign me up." You can use it on. I think you can use it on clothing as well. Unfortunately, I like to wear homemade clothing most of the time outside of pants. Although I have one pair of pants that I will die to find again. I bought this pair of pants at Walmart a few months ago and I'm kicking myself because I didn't buy multiples of them because they were $20 a piece as opposed to the $10 a piece the other one I have, or the 10, 15, whatever. They were more expensive because they were Reebok. But seriously, these are my most favorite pants I've ever had. They are so comfortable. I can wear them in bed, I can wear them out. Like, they're amazing. And I did not buy more than one pair, and I'm so mad. I need to look it up and see if I can find them anywhere else because I would live in these. It's also the only pair of pants I can sleep in at the moment. I am making myself a pair to go with my dinosaur t-shirt. Actually, I'll show that one to you because Andrew just brought this in. This is one of the ways that I express my little side without being blatantly obvious. As a trans man, most people still think I'm a girl, but I'm just a quirky, geeky person, so I can get away with this shit. But oh, that's static. But I just made this shirt. That made you sneeze? I made this shirt last week, and I have worn it every day until yesterday. This is not baby shirt. It is just a fabric and it is cute and adorable. And I freaking love dressing this way because it's not baby, but it's very kind of juvenile. And but it's really fun and just kind of quirky and geeky. Same with my egg shirt. Like this is going to be a t-shirt. This fabric, I have this fabric for a t-shirt as well. Um, I have this fabric for a t-shirt. It's camping dinosaurs. I love it. It's so cute. It's not typically a color I would choose for myself. I think I look kind of, you see for yourself. Like it kind of makes me look sick. I look sick anyway, but it kind of makes me look sick. But I absolutely love, like this is going to be my this is one of the shirts I'm making. If this is not a piece of it, this is just extra fun. Because I'm going to now make tubie pads out of these to match the outfit. Because yes, I will wear this one year round, mind you. It is candy corn. I don't care that it's Halloween. I will wear this nonstop. I also grabbed this is the other shirt fabric that I have. I love it. It's dinosaurs. It's cool. It's like it's very kind of kiddish, but at the same time, when an adult's wearing it, it doesn't really look kiddish. It just looks kind of cute and quirky. So I love being able to like that is one of the ways that I do express little side to some degree without it being weird and inappropriate. Is with the shirts and clothing I make. Now, mind you, I am making a very little outfit that I probably will not wear in public ever. This is the shirt to it. I have pants that match that I'm going to be making soon. I probably will not wear the full set out in public. Let's just say that. That'll be with a different color t-shirt if I wear it. If I wear those in public. I mainly made them into pants. Like they're going to be like crop pant, not crop. They're going to be like 3/4 length joggers. Because I need something comfy that I can wear in bed. And this is the softest, most comfy fabric ever. I love this fabric. I live for this fabric. It's really comfy. This shirt is so comfortable and it's got a double sleeve. And yes, I made this. This one does not have a hat to match it because I decided to do pants instead. There was not enough, but I can just wear a different hat with it. I can wear a white hat with it or a green hat. I can do something. I need to make more hats because I love them so very much. I always forget about them. Like I go through periods where I forget about hats and then I wear them like crazy. Now, if it was up to me, I probably, if I had thought about it a little bit better, because I didn't think about this when I bought the fabric really. The hats was an afterthought. Had I really thought about it, I probably would have made them in like a plain color to coordinate. But hey, it is what it is. Nope, that's the wrong way. Funny enough, this is the same size as this one. This one is so much tighter and smaller. This one is big, very big. But I have a dinky head. So this is, I think, I forget if this was a medium or a large. I think I made a large. But it's for a 22-inch head. I have tiny head. I can wear kids' hats all the time. I used to think I had a big head until my sister, my baby sister has a much bigger head than me. Also, Hannah, my roommate, Andrew, all of them way bigger heads than me. Funny enough, my hands and feet are monstrous compared to Hannah, but her head is giant compared to mine. But I love these hats. They're comfy. They're really, really comfy. And they're the perfect, like, they don't give me a headache. They're not too warm. Like, I also have this hat over here. Like, I knitted this one. I love this hat too, but it is a little bit warm sometimes. For summertime, I'm not a huge knitted hat person in the summer, so I usually wear cotton. But I do like this one. This one matches my Pokemon hoodie. It's black and red with Pikachu on it, or it's black with Pikachu on it, so it's black, red, and yellow basically. So this match is really good. I have to coordinate when it comes to my hats and my outfit. They have to coordinate. I do not do clashing. I do not do mismatching. Nope, nope, nope. Cannot do that. The autistic brain cannot. The only thing that will not match my outfit is my 2B pads, which I need to put away at some point. I need to get back onto the 2B pad business because I took a break when I got sick with my infection. And I need to get back on it because I haven't made a single sale since then. Anyway, we are almost at the 3-hour mark, so I don't. They leave the outside light on, and it reflects off the neighbor across the way. There's a building across from us, and it reflects off of his window because he has a blanket and then his blind instead of just his blind. So it reflects really bad because it's just dark, and it shines right into my eyes, and that drives me crazy. Also, Kitty. Where did kitty number 2? Oh, kitty number 2 is over there. Leo, do you want to do your toy or puzzle? Which one should we do? I think you're laying there getting high off a catnip. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out for the night. If I don't record a live review, I'll do it. Or if I don't record a review of those, I'll do a live review at some point. I know I sing the praises all the time, but I know some of you guys probably haven't really seen them in person or anything like that. So it might be kind of cool. But I'm going to go ahead and close it out for the night. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I was bored. All my peoples that I hang out with on a regular basis are either working or in Europe and the UK. So, or Australia. I have some friends in Australia and they're way off with me. They're 16 hours ahead. That is weird as heck. But I had to stay up. So a real quick story and then I will go to sleep. Or I will get offline. So yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, I'm part of a Discord group from somebody I follow on TikTok. I'm a mod there, and when we do events, like each mod or owner or whatever does an event, at least one event every 6 weeks. I need to do mine, but I was told that I could kind of chill till I felt better and up to doing my event. So I haven't done mine yet, but we have the people that run it are absolute geeks and gamers, and I love it. They're Pokemon, D&D, stuff like that, Minecraft. So they had a class that I've never played D&D. It intrigues me, but I've never played it. But the guy that runs it is teaching a class on kind of starting playing D&D. And oh, am I so excited after his event the other day. But the thing is, for them, it was like 6 o'clock when it started. It was a 2.5-hour class. It was 6 o'clock p.m. for them. It was 3 a.m. for me. And I was up till 6:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning that day. I actually couldn't stay for the entire class because I was too tired. I was legit falling asleep. Thankfully, we had gotten through the bulk of it and they were almost done, but I had to go to bed. And it's just like, oh. So that's one of the things that sucks about the internet is like the people you meet are like across the world from you and 16 hours ahead or whatever. It's just like, it's hard when it's like that. But oh, I forgot I have a homeless. I really need it. This thing is done. I need to do my antibiotic early so I can take it out because it's not even really sterile anymore. But I'm excited to learn D&D. I've played Baldur's Gate 3 a little bit and I love it. And I've heard a lot about about Dungeons and Dragons and I love it. So I'm really excited to kind of delve into it to some degree. So yeah, I know a lot of people who play it. I've just never played it. I, however, am already in my brain a dice goblin. I want all the dice or dice dragon. I was making dice. I was trying to get into dice making for a little while. Yeah, you're an hour ahead of me. It's 7:19 here. But I'm really wishing I could get back into dice making. I had just started out. I had made a couple of sets. and I quit because the mast cell hit, and I just was not doing well with resin at the time. Maybe I can do it at a later date. I don't know. But right now, it's not something I should really be doing because it causes a lot of reactions. Anyway, boys, if you start a fight over this, they go and give each other baths, and then they end up like harassing the shit out. Like Simon is biting Leo right now, which then triggers Leo to bite Simon. And Simon does not like getting harassed by Leo, but he starts it. Right, Leo, not so rough. Although Simon's being just as rough, but you're bigger. I might have to post one of my videos of the cat and their toy because it's absolutely hilarious. I might post one of those at some point. Oh boy. Hey, Leo, he's all done. He's all done. Simon, if you don't want it, you don't start it. I swear, having sibling cats, well, they're not actually siblings, they're a year apart, but they've known each other since Leo was a baby. Hello, are you coming to tattle on Leo? Did he beat you up because you started beating him up? Yeah. Shits. It's like having kids. They're ridiculous. Not quite as much as it is for dogs, like, but they're stinkers when it comes to playing together. This means I need to go turn on their toy and fill up their puzzle because they're bored. They want to play. They're both sitting by their toy. They're asking me to turn it on. Um, but it's not on, so they're being mischievous in other ways right now. They're currently just sitting here staring at each other. Okay, this is gonna get bad fast. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I enjoyed it. Um, I'm not sure when I'll be back on, but I'm sure it'll be only a few days, knowing me. Boy or girl? Who, me or the cats? I'm assuming you mean the cats. They're both boys. They're a bonded pair. They've been together since Leo was a baby. Simon was only a year old when Leo, or a little under a year, maybe. No, because Simon was born in April. No, wait a minute. That's not right. Hang on. I've got their ESA things here. What are you guys? I always forget which one is which. I think Simon first or Leo first? Simon's okay. Leo was born in March. Simon was born in April. So they're 11 months apart. Oh, me. I go by he, him. Biologically female, but I am trans. I will hopefully be changing my name officially this year. If I can get the money to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm hoping to start transitioning this year as far as medically transitioning. I'm not doing all of the surgeries. I am doing one, and that will be top surgery. Because I needed, even if I wasn't trans, I needed a reduction anyway. So I will be doing top surgery at some point. I do not plan on any other surgeries for it outside of that. Because I have a connective tissue disease and healing is a pain in the ass. My incision from my surgery in July is still kind of healing. It opened up and it's still healing. One of the parts of it closed a couple days ago, but the rest of it's still healing. So I take forever to heal, and that would be really problematic when it comes to surgery down there. Also, being in diapers 24/7, I don't think would be. I honestly don't know if a doctor would do it because that's kind of an infection risk. It's not the cleanest environment. Like, obviously, if they have to do surgery down there, they do, but if it's just cosmetic, that's expensive as fuck and it takes several surgeries. And unfortunately for female to male, they have to do skin grafts. And usually they do it on your forearm, and it's like a big ass chunk of your forearm. Oh no, you're good. I'm okay with you knowing that. I have no problem with that. I am not a person that is really picky about it. Like if somebody calls me a girl, 90% of the time, especially if it's in the medical field, I'm not going to correct them. I am not going to force my family to transition pronouns. They are transitioning pronouns and name and all that. Like they are being so supportive and wonderful. I didn't think this was how it was going to go, quite honestly. Um, I was never going to force, especially like my aunts and uncles and grandma and mom. I was not going to force them to change it, but they are. I came out on Facebook to like officially. My mom kind of knew, my sister kind of knew. But a year or two ago, I came out officially on Facebook to my family as poly and transgender. And I have been met by nothing but support. Um, my one cousin, she's like, I'm not surprised at all. Like I suspected. I do have one other cousin who is trans. He's been transitioning since right around when I moved to Kansas. So he's been transitioning for a while. And it didn't go well for him at first. He was the first one to transition. And my family had to adjust to it. My aunt did not react well when her kid came out. My grandmother did not react well when he came out. And quite honestly, he was not part of family gatherings and things like that for quite some time because of it. But in the last few years, that's really changed. And he is around. He lives out of town, but he's around. Everybody, as far as I know, everybody respects him pronoun wise, name wise, and all that. It's a little funny to me though, because it was my cousin. I grew up with this cousin till they were like 20, being female and by a different name. So because I'm not around them all the time, it's been a little bit harder to remember that they've transitioned. But quite honestly, they set the stage for me when it came to that. I believe that me and my cousin are the only two that have come out as officially trans. My sibling, my oldest sibling, the one that doesn't speak to anybody in my family, um, she's supposedly going by like, she says she's androgynous. She's had top surgery and all that stuff. So I'm not sure what she is at the moment because I don't talk to her. She's disowned my family, my mom's side of the family. She's not biologically my father, so his side doesn't count. But my mother's side of the family, she has disowned. And quite frankly, I don't care what's going on with her until she apologizes and forgives and says sorry for the things that have gone on. So I don't know what they are right now. But me and my cousin are both female to male. And yeah. But yeah, no, I'm really lucky in the fact that I have family that is supportive because like my cousin Rowan had to battle that at first and they were not at all supportive at first. My grandmother's like, my grandkid has died, like I can never get over this. And my aunt basically didn't talk to him either for a while. So it's really nice that that's changed and that my family has become supportive. But I am not one of those people that's going to wig out if you misgender me or dead name me because I don't care that much. Like I know who I am and what other people think. It matters to some degree, but it doesn't. Now, everybody I introduce myself to from this point on, like Hannah and Andrew, they have switched pronouns mostly. Um, my partner met me as he, him, basically. Um, one of my best friends, we've known each other for years, and we are both trans, actually. So she's male to female, I'm female to male. We are really good buddies, and she's amazing, and I love her to death. But we're both kind of going through that journey. She's far ahead of me in her transition because she's medically transitioning already. I haven't started that yet because I've been too sick. since I really, because I kind of vacillated between was I non binary or was I trans? And I've come to realize I am trans. And ever since then, I've been sick. So I haven't had the ability to properly seek out transitioning because we had to get me stable first. And I'm now getting to that point where I'm going to ask for a referral in February to the gender clinic to see if it's even possible or if it's even healthy for me to do testosterone. Um, so I'm excited about that. But that's kind of my thinking. I'm not going to get bugged by it. Um, why am I being texted? Because he finally read the text after hours. Oh, he says, "Do you want some?" Um, I'll have to answer him in that in just a second. But anyway, thank you, actually, DG. I totally do not mind answering these questions. I am happy to educate people. Um, I, you know, I don't mind sharing my story. Like you guys have been around from the beginning and know everything. And I'm very open about my story because I feel like that's how you educate people is by being open about what things are like. Like I am not going to lie to you guys about how my health is or things like that. I'm going to give it straight. I did at first kind of be quiet about the ABDL thing, but that was more because I didn't want my channel to go the route of I'm an ABDL YouTuber because I didn't like any of the ABDL YouTubers. I didn't want to have creepy videos like they did. So I steered away from that. But I'm going to be open about it when I'm talking about it and live streaming and stuff like that. I'm not going to be regressed necessarily on camera. I've thought about it and I just don't know if I'm going to. But yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm officially going to go. I said that 10 minutes ago. But I need to get some medicine in me because I'm in a lot of pain and I'm about to do an antibiotic and de-access. Yes. I love de-access days. That 12 hours of no needle in my chest is the best. And I get to take a needle-free shower. Oh, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. But anyway, I will see you guys later. Have an awesome night, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and keeping me company. And y'all have a wonderful time until I see you next. Bye, guys.